Welcome, my adventure squad, to Retro Adventure Wednesday. Glad I could get all of y'all out here tonight for Quest for Glory 1. So you want to be a hero? I'm going to be playing the VGA version. Some of you may have seen last night, my good friend P.S. Garrick, you can see him over there in chat, was playing this.
Got biscuits in me pockets.
Thank you, 3 Becca, for already slapping the biscuit sticker. Oh, it warms my heart like warm biscuits in me pockets. Hey, Cerebral Arcade. But yeah, over at PS underscore Garrick, they played this game last night. We're sort of doing dueling Quest for Glory 1. Hey, Grayson, thanks for the nice closet. We're doing dueling Quest for Glory 1 runs. Over at Adventure Tuesday, Ben, Sarah, and Grayson are doing a thief run through, and I am going to be doing a magic user run. So this should be exciting. Quest for Glory 1 is one of my favorite Sierra games. I will admit, that I'm more partial to the EGA version, the original 16 color, but I'm going to give the VGA version a spin here and see what I think of it. Hey, Marjorie Cookie, good to see you. Yeah, the combat is a little janky. I'm hoping as a magic user I can cheat my way around a little bit of that, so we'll see. Welcome, everybody, though. It's good to see such a crowd. Hope everyone's doing well tonight. I will go ahead and get started. As far as I know, this is the Quest for Glory series in general are the only Sierra games that begin with this piracy disclaimer. They don't have any sort of copy protection per se, but they definitely seem to want to guilt trip you. Hey, Paul Bo Brookins, thank you very much. Yeah, glad to see you here. Yeah, Captain Badgertail does some great streams. Glad to hear that you came from that direction. That's right, Nathan. You wouldn't download a hero. So let's see if we can get this show on the road. Welcome to Quest for Glory 1 VGA. I'm playing this with Roland MT32 emulation, so I'm really excited about that. Let's hit the introduction. Hey, thank you for the follow. RIP Carnage. Ben Williams, executive producer. Yeah, I would agree. The documentation seems, maybe useful, but definitely not necessary as far as I recall. I don't have it handy tonight, certainly. Hey, Valenice, I love the music too. I love everything about Quest for Glory. Nathan, you said it's the only series you never really got a chance to play. I honestly think it's some of Sierra's best. Yeah, the claymation style graphics are pretty great. They actually molded a lot of the close-ups of characters out of clay, filmed them, digitized them to create some really interesting character portraits. I'm guessing these are rotoscoped rather than claymation, but I could be wrong. We have a fighter boy, a magic boy, or a thief boy. We are going to go with a magic boy. And as has been my tradition, since I was a young child playing Quest for Glory, I always name my magic users Wizzo. Now, if I were playing a thief, he would be named Sly Nimblefingers, because that's what I always name my thieves. I don't really name my warriors anything, my fighters, because I never play as them. So I don't know what my fighter's name would be. Whoa, it's Wizzo. So here is Wizzo. Yeah, Paul, but I remember seeing the clay figurines. I think in Interaction Magazine, they had a big feature showing sort of the behind the scenes of how that was made. So I was looking up strats online earlier, and I'm going to use one walkthrough's suggested starting stats for the wizard, or for the magic user. They give +5 to strength, they give +10 to intelligence, plus 15 to agility, plus 15 to vitality, and then I believe the final 5 this walkthrough put into Magic. Hey, RIP Carnage, glad you can join us. Yeah, this is close to my heart too. I just absolutely love it. Oh wow, yeah, I remember the Sierra.com forums. I still have some friends from back there once upon a time. One of the challenges of streaming this right after Ben and the Adventure Tuesday crew streamed it just last night is I kind of want to just copy all of their bits. In fact, I studied the stream, like I watched it 9 times today trying to memorize some of their bits. And I don't think I'll be able to pull it off. Like last night we really pointed out how some of these font choices create some interesting looks. Like that L looks an awful lot like a C, so you get luck and locks really end up with a little bit of a different spin on them. That's right. I've stolen everything. Wait until I start doing my Grayson and Sarah voices here in a little while. But yeah, Marjorie, you mentioned these are weird mage stats. I think that the reason they're a little bit weird is that as we play the game, doing our mage stuff, we will increase things like intelligence and magic a lot on our own. I think it's trying to give us some points in things we won't get to exercise as much, and vitality in particular is important for hit points and stamina and stuff like that, so that's why we're going with it. But we'll see. This may not pay off. I'm believing someone who wrote a strat guide like 20 years ago for GameFAQs.com, so who knows. And here we go. Welcome to Spielburg. Wizzo lives. Yes, Magic User does have a lot of things set to default at 0. A quiet little town. On the porch ahead are 2 people. The standing one is a large, rather ugly, and playing with a yo-yo. The seated person smoking a pipe looks like he might be the sheriff. That's true. It's got grinding. The man with the pipe greets you. Welcome to our town. You're lucky to have made it down from the mountains before the snow blocked the pass again. Gotten plenty dangerous outside the town, I understand. Many monsters have been trapped around here with the late snow. Between them and the brigands, we certainly could use a hero around here. I'm Sheriff Schultz Meisterson. This is Otto von Goon, my assistant. Good luck in your quest. My quest for glory. You get no response. Tell me about the mountain. You should know. You came down from there. I really like the use of the sort of dialogue trees here. In the original EGA version, you had to tap out, ask about for a lot of these sorts of things, and you didn't quite know everything a person might talk about. Here, it's much more easy to exhaust all of your options. Town was named after the Barons of Spielburg. Used to be a lively place to be before the brigands came and drove all the business away. Find a place to stay at the end. You can ask about jobs down at the guild hall. No space. If you're interested in magic, you should visit the magic shop. I'm most definitely interested in magic. There's still plenty to do and see here in Spielburg. Baron Stefan keeps mostly to himself at the castle north of here. We haven't seen him here in town for years. Not a man of the people. Just next to the end is a small magic shop. The owner, Zara, will let you know if you have some abilities in that area. She's a strange one, all right. We're going to be hanging out with Zara a lot. She's our magic-using sister. Sure, we'll have a lot in common. Go talk to the innkeeper. Guild Hall is to the southwest corner of town. If you're looking for work, that's a good place to go. Keep missing him here. Did I do town? Yeah, I did town already. Let's go back. Monsters come down from the mountains every winter. It's the seasonal monster problems are the worst, aren't they? But they're usually gone by now. The Baron just doesn't have enough men to handle them. Keep away from Hilda. Yeah, I've got a whole hour and a half of Hilda related material that I've been working on all day. I actually went on Fiverr and hired a comedy writer to help me punch it up. Wolfgang is the one to talk to about monsters. Wolfgang is the guy at the guild hall. Okay. Tell me about adventure. Need to talk to the Baron about that. Okay, we've already asked about Baron and Wolfgang. Whole band of brigands. Hiding out in the mountains around us. They robbed a merchant just last week. Got a fair amount of treasure, I hear. Hey, Cerebral Arcade. Yeah, it's first of all, it's cool having you as part of the community, but this has been a good crowd that we formed around these games. I've been really excited. I hear all these horror stories of all the toxicity on Twitch, and I feel like we have a pretty fun, friendly crew that's coalesced around these games. So I'm definitely happy to have you and everyone else be part of it. And as my bot just reminded you, if you want to support the stream, you can slap a sticker on, just hover over that video window. I have a couple of special stickers for this game and a whole bunch of leftover Gabriel Knight stickers I just couldn't bear to part with. Okay, this is the merchant who's robbed and staying at the end. Go talk to the innkeeper, he'll help you there. Okay, is that... Oh, treasure, yeah. Obtaining treasure involves putting yourself in danger. If you're brave, foolish, or lucky, you might get some treasure. Tell me about danger. My friend, this world's filled with dangers. Sometimes I think it might be better to choose your danger, rather than sitting around waiting for it, as I seem to do. But enough of this philosophical rambling. I am content enough to be Sheriff of Spielburg. That's right. My friend Anthony knows me in real life, so it's okay for him to hate me, but that's expected. Most people who know me tend to. There's more than a hint of ogre about this strange and bulky character. Seems cheerful, though. Alright, let's crank up some... First, we gotta get that detail way up there. No idea what that does. Crank up the speed a little. Thank you. Thank you for complimenting the baritone. Let's hit up the guild hall. We'll officially register as a hero. This adventurer's guild hall reminds you of the one in your hometown. The traditional moosehead and other stuffed monsters, Saurus, Troll, Griffin, Dragon, Cheetar, and the terrible Antwerp, adorn the walls. Point and click. When back on the first screen, touch the statue on the left. Will do. We get no response. This is certainly a weird one. You've never seen anything quite like it. The plaque says Antwerp, slain by the two guys from Andromeda. Little Space Quest reference there for you. Head is like a panther's, but with a strong human-like quality. It's upsetting. Wolfgang Abentur slayed that one. Dragon. The Baron slayed the dragon. Troll, slain by Wolfgang. Griffin, once again by Wolfgang. A past adventurer's armor suit. You wonder why he doesn't need it anymore. Then you see the Cheetar claw marks. Oh wow, an angry lair to Ken Williams because of the hint line. That's great. The plaque under the moose says courtesy of the Sierra Online Prop Department. I once made a collection on Twitter of all of the moose heads that show up in various Sierra games. I should dig that back up. Tapestry is so rotten it would probably fall apart at the slightest touch. Alright, let's sign in here. The guest book. You sign your name into the adventurer's logbook with a flourish. Fancy boy. You feel like you're frying your fingers, forget it. Alright, let's check out the quest board and then we'll wake Wolfgang up. Reward for return of lost ring. Reward for return of lost ring. Inquire at the healers. 30 gold for the capture and death of the brigand warlock. Short, ugly, wears brightly colored robes, has habit of laughing continually. Inquire at Spielburg Castle. Wanted brigand leader. Description: unknown appearance, wears a cloak. Must provide proof of leader's identity. Reward 60 gold and Hero of the Realm title. That's what we're playing for. It's a quest for glory. That's what we want. This poster seems to have been here a while. It has a picture of a handsome but arrogant young man. Reward of 50 gold coins for information leading to the return of Baronet Bernard von Spielburg. So we've got a Baronet to respond, or to... I can't speak tonight. To rescue. We have a ring to find. We have a warlock to capture. Spell components at the healers. And we're trying to return Elsa von Spielburg, daughter of the Baron. Alright, let's see if we can wake up our good friend here. I was so busy I didn't notice you come in. Welcome, welcome. It's so seldom that we have new adventurers here. Most people think this valley is cursed. Then she turned around and I was staring at the biggest... Oh, it's you, my friend. This is where an adventurer can find it. Now, who needs someone brave and courageous? There are many jobs on the bulletin board over there. It's also a good place to talk about adventures on a cold afternoon. I love this guy's character design. Got so much charm. We used to play cards here once a week as well, but there are too few adventurers in Spielburg anymore. They all died from monsters or brigands. Or they just got too old. Isn't that how it goes? It's always, you're either killed by a monster or brigand, or you...
I've got biscuits in me pockets.
Or you live too long. Hey, NBA Dad, thank you for slapping the biscuits in me pockets sticker. If anyone here is new to the stream and you have no idea what the biscuits in me pocket are about, just go back and watch my recent Gabriel Knight streams. I think it was episode 4. We'll reveal all. Oh, your magnet shift. I can't wait. Can't wait to see it. Types of monsters that live around here. There are trolls, griffins, cheetars, mantrays, and goblins wandering in the woods. Here there are even some ogres and Saurus Rexes back in this valley. There was a time when Schultz and I had gotten rid of most of the monsters around here, but we are just too old for that now. Wow, we can find out a lot. Don't mistake the Saurus Rex for a Saurus. When they come at you, it's best just to run away. Mantrays are weird magical things. They are best avoided. Cheetar. Try to tear you to shreds. Sometimes they succeed. Goblins are not tough, but when they gang up, they can take out an unwary adventurer. Good to know, good to know. And thank you, NBA Dag, for ordering that magnet. There's a link to my merch shop with very idiosyncratic merchandise down below the video, if anybody else is excited. Ogres are a lot like goons, but even meaner. Saurus. Easy to avoid and easy to kill. Roll. Okay. Let's ask about something else. Bulletin board. Talk to the Baron or the Healer about rewards. Her house is just north. Castle is north of the Healer. Yeah. Alright. Trophies. Schultz and I killed most of the monsters on those walls. Tell me about the Antwerp. This valley was overrun by those odd monsters one year. Schultz and I fought long and hard to get the valley rid of the things. We might have failed even so had it not been for those 2 peculiar tourists who came to our aid. The tourists, they said they were from someplace called Andromeda. Must be someplace south of here, I guess. They certainly were odd. Again, 2 guys. Hey, Rouge, good to see you. Good to see you drop by. Welcome, welcome. Alrighty. So, we've about exhausted his whole... No, we haven't. His whole steez. I am Wolfgang Abentur, the guildmaster of this hall. Keeps track of all the adventurers, makes sure they sign their names in the log. That part's really important. There's a time when I would go out and rescue foolhardy adventurers who got in too much trouble, but I don't do that much now. Hey! Thank you, NBA Dag. That is so generous of you, so kind. Welcome to the club, Paulbo. That's really awesome, Nick. Thank you so much. Very generous. All right, yeah. With the Baron losing his son and daughters, Baba Yaga, all the monsters, and now the brigands, it's been one thing after another. Baron Bonfil Spielburg was once a brave protector of our valley. We used to adventure together when I was younger. No brigand or monster would dare show his face here if the Baron had not angered Baba Yaga. Now it is said he goes nowhere and sees no one. Baronet von Spielburg rode off to hunt one morning 5 years ago and his horse returned with large claw marks. Body never found.
Yeah, baby.
There it is. There's one of my new stickers. I believe that would be the heroism sticker, an ode to heroism. So Elsa is a beautiful, thank you for slapping it. A beautiful 8-year-old child with blonde hair and sky blue eyes. She's her father, the Baron's joy. 10 years ago, she was carried off by something that flew over the wall and away with her. The search for her lasted many years, but at last everyone gave up except the Baron's jester, Yorick. He was a funny little man, but brave. He swore he'd spend his life searching for Elsa. We're getting clues put together already. Baba Yaga, of course, Baba Yaga. John Wick. This is the origin of the John Wick character. Baron von Spielburg tried to force her to leave this valley, but she cursed him. Valley needs a hero. A real hero is someone who didn't start out strong or powerful. He uses his courage and brain and skills to become the best he can be. All right. Okay, I think we have asked him about most things. Got some oh man, there's a whole bunch of other stuff. We get intelligence points for asking all this sort of stuff. Some waterfalls to the southeast. Oh man, we can ask about everything. He's scared of Zara. Dry goods store. Goon. A goon is a lot like an ogre. Not as tough, but a little smarter. The sheriff's Otto and Crusher at the tavern are both goons. Are any locations or other parts randomized? As far as I know, the only random element is the appearance of the monsters, when and where they appear. Some little things like that, but quest-wise and all that sort of thing, it's all pretty much the same run after run. So once you know it, you kind of know it. Centaur. Not to be centaurs in this land. Heinrich and Hildy are good people. Quests and locations are definitely static, yeah, and solutions to all the things will be the same as well. That's true. I forgot. Yeah, there are differences depending on what class you choose. There are some class-specific solutions to some of these puzzles. Since I'm playing as a magic user, we'll get to see lots of magical solutions. All right, this is Zara's magic shop, or as magic users like me call it, just a shop. Damiano, her familiar. I am Zara, and my companion is Damiano. The items in this shop are designed for those skilled in the use of magic. That's me. I am both human and fairy folk. I draw my power from both. My name is Zara. This is my shop. Tell me about the fairy folk. We are people of power and magic and live in the forests far beyond the mountains to the west. Power. Power is the essence of magic, that by which the wizard shapes and is shaped by. The living force that flows through all creatures. Oh, I old school map this by hand too. Absolutely, Marjorie. Yeah, this is a game that lends itself to mapping. The forest area around town is pretty huge. Damiano is both my familiar and my friend. We share our lives and our magic. The hero never gets a familiar in this series, does he? I feel like a familiar would be something maybe they were planning and it proved to be a little too hard to code at some point. If you have the skill of magic, you can learn to cast spells by reading magic scrolls. Without the skill, you have no power. The more you practice spellcasting, the greater you shall become. Yes. When you have mastered 9 spells, have the power to cast all, and proving yourself worthy by accomplishing a great deed, then you must undergo initiation to become full wizard. There's a place in the distant south where you must journey, but first you must become a hero here. Power Potion restores your magical energy and costs 75 silver. Journey. I love the initiation into the Wizard Institute of Technology, or whatever the actual bit stands for in Quest for Glory 2. Let's see. Magic. Tell me about the town. There's an aura protecting the town from danger. You're safe within the walls as long as you avoid the dark places. It was cast by Rana. Rana was a powerful spellcaster who lived long ago. She brought peace to this valley. Even now her spell protects this town from violence or foul magic. Her final resting place is due north of town, as a place of both safety and healing. It's known as Rana's Peace. I always play Thief with a dash of magic too. I decided this go around I would just play straight up magician and see how it went. Okay. Oops. Tell me about the spells. I want the spells. I want fire dart. I want fetch. I want open. Zap. Okay. I think we've got enough of her tree. I really like this joke when you try to chat with her familiar Damien, or Damiano rather. It's not familiar enough with you to want to chat. Oh, it's good. I feel like this is one of the few Sierra remakes, in response, Nathan, to your question, that there's a strong audience out there that really prefers the remake over the original as far as Sierra remakes go. Buy fetch. And can we buy open? Detect you do not have the money for that. There are a few Dead Sea Scrolls, a couple of Red Sea Scrolls, a C++ scroll written in assembly language, and others even more esoteric. I don't know if I've ever seen that message before. A couple of Red Sea Scrolls and a C++ scroll written in assembly language. Bottles of mephitic potions. Crystal balls, usually only those initiating the ways of wizardry. You see a wide variety of arcane objects, for example, scrolls covered with mysterious symbols and arcane incantations. A toaster oven, very rarely used. Electricity hasn't been invented yet. Thank you. That's right, it's magic. Doodly 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 doo. Crystal balls. All that sort of good stuff. Burning incense. All right, let's get out of here. We now have our first big spell. We can't talk to the old lady. Let's see, there was a request earlier. The left statue. As you lay your hands on the ugly statue, a swirling miasma of emotions overcomes you. You feel the sculptor's pain and suffering, his disgust with his condition, and the conflicting urges to enjoy and flee from his talent. No, that's not it. The real reason for the disgust you feel has more to do with the pigeon droppings on your hands. Oh my gosh, that's really good. I'd never seen that before. Okay, here's the Hero's Tale Inn. With a couple of Khajiit owners. They will play a role in the sequel, of course. This is Shamin. His wife Shima is also here. Very good food, very good drink, finest in town. 5 silvers for a room. Get some food. My friend Abdullah is recovering from his robbery last week. He should be here around supper time. They stole all of his wealth and my own when they robbed his caravan. I'll be forced to stay in this cold, wet land. Haven't played Hero U yet, Palbo. I need to check it out. I think I pledged and have a copy of it somewhere. I'm honestly not 100% sure. If only these Khajiit had some skooma on hand. All right, brigands, wealth. Oh, I really like that too. RIP Carnage or RIP Carnage. Yeah, the foreshadowing of all the games to come is really well done. I feel like the Coles did a better job thinking ahead to what they wanted to do with their series, maybe than some of the other Sierra series that kind of, flew by the seat of their pants. Shapir will be going there eventually. To their homeland, far south. The goal is eventually, as P.S. Garrick and I play through these series on our dueling streams, is to play through all the Quest for Glory games. Not in sequence. I think we're both going to take breaks between each game, but long term, the goal is, to play the whole thing on both streams. So we're going to keep trying to coordinate this moving forward. All right, Shamin, we already know about your homeland. Race of desert dwellers. And Shima is his beloved wife. When she dances, there's true magic. If she ever returns to Shapir, then she will again dance. All right, I think we have all we need there. We might come back here later tonight. Oh, that's a good question. I can't remember if Ahura and Rakesh mention Tarna in their game. She can dance if she wants to. Oh, wait, I just skipped right past Hilda. If you watched last night's stream over at PS_Garrick, Adventure Tuesday, follow PS_Garrick, by the way, if you haven't. We're doing this dueling Quest for Glory thing. They really made a lot of hay, no pun intended, with this centaur girl, and I'm just not going to give into it. Her name is Hildy, daughter of Heinrich Pfeffendern, the farmer. Pfefferdern, the farmer. My father's Heinrich Pfefferdern. I'll definitely go die at the bar for you, no problem. Okay. We have some land north of town. It isn't very big, but we grow many things. Should be there during harvest time. Then you see so many fruits and vegetables. It would blow your mind. Ooh. A little bit of a buzzkill there. Oh, she will not go on a date. Her father says she's too young. Okay. Where I sell things. What do you sell? Carrots, rutabagas, parsnips, potatoes, right from the ground. 5 for a silver. And we also have some apples. She really consistently undersells the apples throughout all this. 10 for a silver since they're so small. She loves carrots. She is half horse. Rutabagas. Parsnips. Can't imagine a parsnip pie. Yes, the weird bouncy creature death, the Antwerp death, is pretty great. Yeah, Pablo, like all mythical creatures, it's best not to think too much about human couplings, lest one loses their mind. They've twice robbed my father of his money, and they've tried to steal our food during this winter. That's because we farm outside of town. They would not dare try this in town. Sheriff would stop them fast. A carrot pie recipe. I'm intrigued. Our sheriff is very brave. He told me so himself. Okay. Many robbers ran up to my father as he trotted back to town. Tried to fight, but they hurt him badly. Then they ran away to the southwest. I think it gives you little clues about where things are. You really get a sense of the geography of the game through these sorts of conversations. All right. Let's head over toward the bar. It's a good time to save. Oh no, Nathan, no. The grimy window lets little light into this tavern. It smells like stale ale and other more unpleasant things. The floor is covered with dirt, and the bar with sticky beer. Smoke appears to be arising from the center cask behind the bar. To your right, 2 gamblers are playing cards. Bartender glares at us. I love how he perches on the stool. Oh, what do you want? This is for Marjorie. Yeah, let's save again real quick. We'll just save over our previous save. And we'll drink the dragon's breath. Do you want ale, sweat, or breath? What are you doing coming into my joint with an empty purse? Oh, I can't afford it. That's not good. Alright, how much money do I have? 10 silver pieces. Wow. The dragon's breath is expensive. We'll give that another try. A little bit later. This is not DOSBox. This is Scum VM with the original save screens enabled. Seems to be something slimy. Spilled the stool. It's eating into the wood. Alright, let's grab this note. Oh, you need to get up first. Guess I could talk to the bartender. Pick up the note. You smooth out the piece of paper and read. B. He's starting to get suspicious. Hold off our meetings for a bit, but I'll keep you posted by these notes. Signed, B. I think that you go to edit game in the ScumVM GUI, and then there's usually a checkbox for most Sierra games that allows you to use original save and load screens. Okay. So we've done a lot of our town stuff. I guess I go to the dry goods store. Probably use a flask or two in case I come across anything I need to buy. It looks like a dry goods store, but it smells like a musty library. The stove feels nice on such a crisp day. Behind the counter and on the shelves, there are a variety of items for sale. The shopkeeper appears to ignore you while he reads a book. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't notice you come in. Why, you look like an adventurer. We don't see too many around here. The brigands tend to get rid of most of the adventurers before they make it to town. I do try to stock some things adventurers can use. I actually would rather be an adventurer than a shopkeeper, you see. My items are pretty ordinary, though. You probably already have most of them if you've done any adventuring at all. Why, that's me, Casper. It's me, Casper. I always wanted to be an adventurer. I read about them all the time. The book I was just reading is about adventuring. Oh, this book? It's about an adventurer who's trying to become a hero. The title is Quest for Glory, A Hero's Death. Ominous. Unfortunately, I only have standard weapons and equipment. I carry daggers and chain armor. Maybe someday I'll be able to carry magic ones, though. It's a great idea to carry an empty flask or two in case you want to pick up a liquid or something else that needs a container. Just like flasks do, they hold liquids, possibly solids as well. Great bargain, 2 silvers apiece. Adventuring rations aren't the tastiest food in the world, but they'll keep you healthy and alert as you go along. We already have some rations that we start the game with. We won't buy any additional daggers. I don't see us doing a lot of dagger throwing this game. LD sells fine produce at a reasonable price. Did I just say produce? That's not what the word is. Would like 2 of your finest flasks. Now our business is done. Out into the great, wild and wide world. The breeze is cool, but you feel a shiver deeper than just the cold. You're really on your own now in a very dangerous place. Yeah, now we're going to quest for some actual glory. Watch this, I'm going to solve a quest just 1 scareen away. The bright smell of fresh herbs mingles with the aroma of wood smoke as you come up to a hut by the side of the road. This creature looks more like a flying lizard than a bird. You don't say. Now, let's get ready. Wizzo is going to cast his first magic spell. Deedle-deedle-deedle-doo. Ha! I just destroyed that bird's home. Take a lovely gold ring from the nest. Thank you, Nick. I was hoping that as I solved problems with magic, people would slap the magic sticker onto the stream. And you have officially made my night. Thank you very much. And if anyone's new to the stream, welcome. We're playing Quest for Glory 1 VGA tonight. I play retro games every Wednesday. If you're new around here, I always appreciate a follow. But just mostly glad to see you. Glad to have you here to share a wonderful game with me. So we've solved the ring puzzle. Let's go in here and collect our reward. The thief doesn't destroy the nest. That's true. You heard all that stuff Zara said about power and magic. I was just using my power. After a moment, you hear the inside bolt slide open. A voice from inside says, "Come on in." Fragrance of herbs mingle with some rather unpleasant odors as you step into the Hiller's house. Lovely day, isn't it? Ma, you look very healthy for an adventurer. You must be new. What can I do for you? I can't do any accents. I don't know why I'm trying to do accents tonight. I can sell you healing potions if you like. Also buy spell components if you're interested in gathering some for me. Thank you so much for the Omega LOL. I always have so much to do around here. This woman looks like she may be made of gingerbread rouge. I think that's fair to say. Alright, ask about healer. Well, my name is Amelia Appleberry, which is a very plausible name. But mostly I'm just known as the healer. I'll be happy to sell you some potions. I live here with my pet Terry. Oh, that's my pet Terry, the pterosaur. He has a girlfriend, Teresa, with a nest of oak outside my door. Terry keeps me company and listens while I chatter at work. Blind lizard, got it. My ring is shaped like gold in a braid of the herb athelis with intertwined leaves. I don't know how I lost it. I hardly ever take it off. Yeah, Amelia Appleberry is a wonderful name, right? Filler and her lobster familiar. Flying lobster, that's about right. I will give 6 golds to the person who returns my ring. It was a gift when I graduated from the College of Healing, which is the thing. I didn't just make it up. Spell components. She needs Arana's flowers, magic mushrooms, troll beard, and cheetar claws. She will pay them if she brings them. Alright. You can see Spielburg Castle from my yard outside. The Baron lives there with only his guards for company, so I hear. The dear child. I can still picture her with the beautiful blonde hair done up in braids. She was so sweet. It's hard to believe she's gone. I feel like I'm doing like an Andy Bernard British accent now from The Office. It's really slipping away from me. He was just a dashing young man when he last rode off. He never returned. Poor man. He hasn't been the same since his son and daughter would take him from him. Alright. Let's surprise her with her ring. Actually, I think she shoos us out of here once we do, so maybe I should see if there's anything else important I need to ask her about. Do you like brigands? No, like everyone else, she has an opinion on the brigands. Those brutes. Always having to heal someone they've beaten up and robbed. I hate thieves. I heard the began I'm sorry. I heard the I got this. Okay. Whew, deep breath. I heard the brigand leader ordering those nasty. Oh, it's gone. Would you believe the brigands almost killed him a while back? Now I'm kind of Scottish. Fortunately, that leader made them bring Heinrich here, walk and heal him. This is a flawless British accent. What county would you like me to sound like I'm from? I don't want to do something too broad. Oh, thank you for finding me ring. I've missed this. Here's 6 golds and 2 healing potions for your reward. I don't say H's anymore. H's. H. What all this then? Alright, we got a big smooch. You put the reward away. Tell her she is welcome as you leave to avoid being kissed again. We did a big glory. That was our first official glory, everyone. That's great, Cerebral Arcade. That's amazing. We did a glory. Alright, let's see what time of day it is. We do have a day and night cycle. It's mid-afternoon. Thank you, Pablo. Oh, goodness. This is starting out fun already. This glory's epic, isn't it? My name's Carl. This is the castle of Baron von Spielburg. The stable keeper could use a strong young person to help clean out the stables. If you'd like to take the job, come on in. Clean up after the horses is a good way to build your muscles. My lord sees no one since the loss of his son and daughter. Tell me about loss. I've never experienced it. 10 years ago, the Baron's daughter Elsa was stolen away by magic. 5 years back, the Baronet Bernard von Spielburg went on a hunt from which he did not return. This was all clearly part of Baba Yaga's curse. All right. The powerful ogress is the cause of all the Baron's misfortune. She's a vile creature who knows much magic. Much Magic was my favorite Canadian music television station back in the day. Hey, Tom redeemed Storytime with Jess. I'll talk about the day that I bought Quest for Glory 1 EGA because I remember it very vividly. There was a Radio Shack in a small town about 30 minutes or so. Thank you for redeeming Storytime, by the way. About 30 minutes from my house. And they always kept one shelf stocked with games, and nearly all of them were either Sierra games or various edutainment type products or like print shops type stuff. And I went in one day and I saw Quest for Glory 1 EGA on the shelf. I had no idea it existed. I'd somehow managed not to see it in any advertisements from Sierra. I hadn't seen it in any video game magazines. It was a game that just blindsided me completely by its existence. I saw that it was from Sierra. I saw that it was an RPG adventure hybrid of sorts. I was a kid who was already sort of into D&D at the time and definitely way into Sierra games. And I got an advance on my allowance by like 2 months, so I could go ahead and buy it on the spot. It was Heroes Quest. It was the original, before it was re-released as Quest for Glory. It was the Heroes Quest release, and 5.25-inch discs. Took it home, and oh man, just fell in love with the series right away. Sadly, I don't have any of my old boxes. I have a few of the slipcover sleeves that went over the boxes still around, but oh gosh, I think it was around the time I moved out for college. It was a, get rid of this stuff or we'll get rid of it for you guys scenario. And I really, really miss all of the big boxes that I used to own. But yes, thank you for redeeming Storytime with Jess. Tom, aka Satnap. Baba Yaga has her hut to the northwest. It is a very dangerous place, and many baronial guards have been lost out there. This is a voice I use a lot when I'm reading bedtime stories to my daughter, so this one's not slipping away from me quite as much. The Baron ordered Baba Yaga to leave when she first cursed the graveyard. When he then sent the baronial guards after her, only their captain returned to the castle. The captain spoke the words, "Hear me, O mighty Baron, thou hast angered me, and you are cursed. All that you value you shall lose. All that you treasure shall be taken from you. In a strange voice, unlike the normal voice I am using to speak to you right now." The captain then dissolved into a pool of sticky blackness. As was pointed out in last night's Quest for Glory stream over at PS_Garrick, Adventure Tuesday, follow PS_Garrick. Most people just call that tar. Okay, so we've asked about a lot of that stuff. Let's just... Baron von Spielburg lost most of his guards trying to defeat Baba Yaga. So it'd be easy to overpower the castle, you say? Okay, what time are we at right now? Mid-afternoon still. We're doing great. I'm trying to beat the world record pace that Ben set last night. I do sound a lot like a Homestar Runner character. Yeah, I sound like kind of like a low-grade senior card gauge or something like that, right? Yes, there is a day-night cycle, and there are things that you can only do during the daytime or only do at night as the game goes on. You looking for some work? Yes. Bring it on. All right. We're going to work the stables. Make a little money. What year was the EGA version and then this VGA remake? I don't know off the top of my head. Can anyone in chat tell Cerebral Arcade? I don't pay you to rest. Get to work now. Thank you for recognizing my weird David Letterman bit. Stableman hands you some coins and says, "Now you're 5 silvers richer." Damn straight I am. Okay, so we can see the skills in red have changed since the last time we looked at this score sheet. My strength has gone up a little bit from working. My intelligence has gone up from talking to people. My vitality has risen due to all the strenuous labor that I just did. And then our stamina is running a little bit low because of the exercise we just got. But we can get a quick 30 minutes rest, pop a squat, recover some stamina. What time does that make it? Ooh, the night is still young. Whoops. We went from mid-afternoon to nighttime. That's not great. Gates are closed for the night. Oh no. I don't have enough climbing skill probably to get out of here. I've made a critical error. I'm now trapped. How do I climb out of here? Yeah, we may be sleeping in the stable tonight. Where do I go to climb out? Yeah, levitate isn't available quite yet. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to go sleep in the stables. Not ideal, but it'll work. Sleep all night. I think I have 0 climb. What? So, wait. I did the work, but he won't let me sleep? Oh, you can only sleep if you do it immediately after working. This isn't great. This is a situation I've never encountered before when playing this one. Okay, I think, yeah, it'd probably be easier to reload at this point, right after we did our glory. So let's run back up here. We'll just skip through all of our chatting here. You remember all the hilarious jokes I made as we were reading through this and that great voice I was doing. Just imagine that as we go through this again. Tell me about Baba Yaga. Tell me about curses. Tell me about huts. Tell me about Yorick. Love to laugh. We've heard of someone else already this game who loved to laugh. Baroness. Yes, Quest for Glory 4 has John Rhys Davies voice acting. I tried to get him for this stream, but never heard back, unfortunately. Okay. That's probably good enough. Oh, tell me about the reward. That's important. Tell me what it means to be a hero. Tell me all these things. And more. All right. Well, maybe we won't do the working at the stable thing right now. Yeah, you know, I've gotten a little bit spoiled by voices too. When I was younger, I didn't care for voiced games, mostly because the quality on a lot of early voiced games was so low. Hey, there's a fox north of the road. Help me, brave and kind hero, says the fox. Please help me, brave and kind hero. Here's some money. No, that's not what he's looking for. My foot is caught in this cruel trap and I'm in great pain. Surely you could take a minute and set me free. Probably, yes. That's one doofy fox. He's bringing the trap. In exchange for your kindness, I will give you some advice and a bit of information. First of all, it sometimes pays to be polite, even to rude people. As for the amusing tidbit, Baba Yaga put an enchantment on the Baron's daughter some years back. Break the spell, you need to talk to the Dryad. Au revoir, ta-ta for now. Be seeing you. That is a good triangle mouth, isn't it? Got some pro-level voiceovers now. I'm bringing the full range of what one man with a deep voice and a thick accent can bring to a game like this. Sunset approaches. Perfect. Let's go back and meet our new friend, Abdullah. 0 climbing skills. Like that the hero looks around to notice everyone's gone. Oh no. Take it the seat at the table nearest the fire. Oh, it is indeed sad and dangerous times we live in when a man who struggles daily to keep from starving should be robbed of all his earthly possessions. True. Ah, here's Shima. Allow me to serve you, wanderer from afar. Do you wish food or drink? Let's buy ourselves a meal. Pay Shima for a meal. They wants to be attracted to that cat. It is possible they wants to be attracted to that cat. I don't think you're wrong, Nick. I think they absolutely want us to be attracted to that cat. 2 weeks ago, I was going to be wealthy beyond all you could dream of. I, Abdullah Du, would be the first merchant in this valley in a year. My life was shattered by the brigands. The band of brigands ambushed us just as we crossed this pass into the valley. There were about 12 brigands, including a huge minotaur. Isn't that like a megatar? There was also a leader and some sort of wizard. They first used some sort of magic, which blinded us. Then they overwhelmed my 6 guards and my assistants. I see no problem with liking the cats. No, there's nothing wrong with that. I think they've been maxed out climbing early to impress these cats. He has the same beard as the centaur farmer. All my trade goods were taken away. Now I'm but a beggar, living off the generosity of my friends. Lizard threw something else that caused my eyes to be blind with tears and my nose to be forced to sneeze. I was helpless. The Minotaur is a creature with the head of a bull and the body of a man. They are said to be very strong. The leader was wearing a cloak, so I couldn't see his face. His voice was rather high-pitched, though. Oh, here comes our food. I bring you that which you ordered. May it please and satisfy you. Thank you, Shima. I wish I could talk to you, but you didn't stay. Shima, Shamin, and Abdullah, of course, characters that appear later on in the series as well. Here I pay good money for men to protect me, and what do they do when I need protection? They run away. Not one man died to defend my treasure. That's right, I think she will stay when Abdullah isn't around. I think that it wants us to talk to him right now. I had treasures carefully brought from Shapir with me. I even had a magic carpet. I'm Abdullah Du, son of Ali, grandson of Hassan, and former master merchant of Shapir. I'm but a penniless burden upon my friends. Who are your friends? Shamin and Shima are caring for this frail shadow of a great man. Call yourself a pale shadow of a great man is pretty great. That's amazing. She's the finest of cooks outside myself, that is. But her fine food is dust in my mouth, for I'm but a beggar. He is the very prince of Katas. Ah, Shapir, beautiful land of golden sands and shining sun. The heart of civilization. Alas, she is plagued with fierce jinn and ifrits who seek to drive all men and Katas from the land. Abdullah Du, where are you? Rover rear. Okay, I think that's all we need from Abdullah. Do I need actually... The food tastes surprisingly good. Small time dunk. And the drink is delicious. Alright. Oh, here comes Shima. To clear up, I guess. Or maybe clear the table for you. Okay. Same, yeah. This game really got me excited, Ben, too, for getting my way to Quest for Glory 2. It did a great job of building excitement for it. Ah, nice rest. You thank Shamin and pay $5 for the room. So we're going to sleep off this first night here in the inn. The sleep heals and refreshes us. I can only assume we're sleeping nude. All right. Let's be on our way. Now, back to heroing. Back to heroism. Let's go up and work that job at the stables. I really like working the job at the stables as a way to build strength and vitality. There's hair on everything. I did skip the most important meal of the day, but also I am super duper broke right now, so let's see here. That inn has low Yelp reviews because the owners go fucking nuts at 3 a.m. Give me that work. That's true. I guess I do have some money from the ring. I should have gone in and bought another spell or two. Maybe I'll do that after we finish working here. I always like this version of the Quest for Glory thing. Hey. Give me that big money. Some coins and says, now you're 5 silvers richer. Dang straight I am. All right. I recently discovered, and I was sharing this with Ben last night during his stream, that in Scum VM, if you press Control M, it'll actually trap your mouse within the window. That way, for games like this that require you to really click an icon right at the edge of the screen to transition to the next stream over, it keeps it from slipping outside of the window and making that far more difficult than it needs to be. It changed my life too when I found out about it. So yeah, I totally agree. All right, let's see if Zara can hook us up with another spell. Would like open? And can I afford flame? No. Okay. So we now have one more spell. We can open things. That's handy, right? I like the dramatic organ music too. It's really good. Okay. So I did promise I was going to try to get a dragon's breath last time we were in here and I didn't have the money. So let's try this again. Give me a flagon of that good dragon. And what do you want? Wait, was that the guard? I think it was the guard, wasn't it? Close enough. I still don't have the cash. Oh wait, here we go. You cough up the cash. Thanks, buddy. Hey, Crusher, our friend here wants the dragon's breath. There you go. You've never tasted anything like it before. Oh, wow. Talk about a fiery brew. Maybe you really shouldn't have tried the dragon's breath. Better luck next time. We hope you saved your game. Haha, I did. Okay, there we go. That's our big dragon's breath death. Or breath death. Okay, that was pretty brutal. Yeah, they have just a huge keg of it. You think that'd be bad for business, like stocking a product that is known to kill a lot of the people who enjoy it, but, you know, let's maybe save in case our forest wandering turns out bad. I'm hoping to get to Irana's piece, or maybe Irana's piece. I don't know how. I think I've always said Irana my entire life, but for some reason tonight I'm saying Irana. Okay, rolled out 2 vibes from this. Oh, hostile intent is evident. Prepare for battle. Aha! The meadow lies covered with blanket of flowers, unusual for this early in the spring. It is warm, even though surrounded by the late snows of winter. A large carved stone lies flat on the ground. You feel as though someone gentle was watching over you. You feel that you are safe here. Rana's Peace. The air has the fresh, clean scent of the mountains, accompanied by numerous perfume-like fragrances. I love this location. I love it in the EGA version. I love it in the VGA version. I love the music. Rana's Peace is just... I have super fond memories, and just... it warms my heart to come here. It's a really goofy to say, but oh my goodness. I just... as a kid, I thought this was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen in a video game, and the music really helped contribute to that. So here we are. And hey, there's a link to our Discord. If you are a fan of chatting about video games with some really friendly and inclusive people, please consider joining our Discord. I share it with the folks over at Adventure Tuesday, P.S. Garrick, Ben, Grayson, that's Turtle Tomorrow in the chat, and Sarah. It's a pretty cool place to hang out. Please come join us. Yeah, Rana's storyline through the series is really good. It really builds nicely. You have fruit, amazingly satisfying and refreshing. It restores some stamina if I'm not mistaken. The healer wanted some flowers, so we'll go ahead and pick those. Now let's look at this stone. The large stone appears to be ancient and deliberately placed. Marks carved into the stone look almost like writing. No amount of physical effort will be able to move this stone. No physical effort, you say? Magic. The scroll vanishes even as you read the magical runes upon it. You now have the knowledge to cast a calm spell. So now, yes, this is a magic puzzle. You wouldn't be able to get in here if you were playing as a thief or a fighter. But now we know the calm spell. That will allow us to escape aggressive bad guys. So, hey, Sarah. I love this game too. It is the best, isn't it? Who doesn't love Quest for Glory? It's so much fun. So glad you could join us. Welcome. I hope you're having a good evening. Okay, so we have the spell. Can I cast it again? No further purpose. As you cast your spells, you get better at them. So like my zap spell, which charges my dagger with electricity. We'll just cast that for funsies. But each time you cast something, it gives you practice with it. I grew up with the EGA, so it's still my go-to when I think of Quest for Glory, but I really like the VGA too. I think it looks really good. It plays well. Ooh, there was a chance to try out my calm spell. Let's wait till he comes back. Let's deal with this goblin. Or I could try to fight him. Let's try to fight the goblin. Not really good at the fighting, but we'll see. Is he coming? Yeah, there he is. All right, let's charge up our weapon first, then we'll just charge right into him. Eat dagger. Oh, here we go. Face dagger, face dagger, face dagger. Haha! It's dead, of course. All right. Hey, thank you for clipping the magic. I hope that wasn't me doing my deedle deedle dee move. I've never used the zap spell. I hardly ever think to use it either. To be honest. You search your opponent, you find 3 silver coins. Sweet. We defeated a goblin. It's our first big kill. Okay. Oh, now I need to see it. I'm worried about this now. Oh, wow. The sound effect for this is great in this version. You've never seen anything quite like them. They're pretty in a grotesque way. Same. Alright, so eventually we're going to need this seed that these spore-spitting plants are spitting around to one another. And I believe as a magic user, we can try to fetch it. Let's see if it works. You lose concentration and the spell fades. You have to practice some more, so we're going to have to grind this spell a little bit. This is an interesting puzzle. If you're a thief, you can climb up and catch it as it flies through the air. I believe the fighter can do that, or can maybe hack open one of the pods. Am I remembering that incorrectly? These are mouth sounds, and I'm not making them, for the record. All right, let's try to fetch it again. See if we have any more luck. This is mukbang. I don't know what that is. Please, Grayson, enlighten me. Okay. My fetching isn't quite what it should be. I keep trying to make fetch happen, and it won't. Ah, not enough spell points, you say. Stream yourself eating food. Oh no. I feel bad enough just drinking on camera. Okay, fetch still isn't where it needs to be. Let's see how it's moving right now. Expertise is 10. Whew. Out of a possible 100. You know, that's a really good point, Valanice. The bean cam did originally exist solely so people could watch me eat jelly beans and nearly die. Those were the good old days when I streamed Gabriel Night 1. I did a stream where I ate super hot, like ghost pepper flavored jelly beans in exchange for bits and nearly died on camera. Good time was had by all. Bean cam. Oh no. I don't know. It seems bad just to trot out the bean cam without a good reason. But we can, because it's my stream. And nobody can tell me what to do. Thank you, Nick. It's bean cam. Bean cam. All right. That's enough of that. Let's get back to the actual game. There's the bean cam. You can't say no to a bean cam request, right? Okay, so I'm not going to have enough points to do this anytime soon. What time of day is it? Still midday. Good. Trying to think of what would be a good quest to embark upon here. I don't have my memory of the forest I used to have. Oh, we've startled the white stag. This is good. This is kind of what I was hoping for. I used to know this forest like the back of my hand. But now, sadly, I don't. Let's just follow this stag. Foraging for food. Hey, stag! This white stag can be mean. Yeah, I don't know. I assume that you could attack it, but boy, I couldn't bring myself to do that. I really struggle to do things in games that I wouldn't do in real life. Knowing this game, it would probably let you throw a dagger at it and then guilt trip you very hardcore and give you a game over. You follow the stag into this forest corner. You feel as though the eyes of the forest are watching you. Oh no. What happens if you throw the dagger? You watch the stag, fascinated with his grace and beauty. There's something special about this place. Oh, the dryad kills you. That makes sense. Speaking of dryad, the tree woman speaks. I am the dryad, keeper of the woods. Are you one with the woods? I just saved. I think you need to become a friend of the forest. Harm not gentle creatures or plants. See with all your senses the magic of the trees and wild places. Wander and learn, then you too will be in harmony with the forest. You better alter your strategy. The trees mostly just beach about their more popular neighbors or pine for the fjords, okay? Oh, that's terrible. That's so bad. Oh gosh, that like hurt me on the inside. Let's restore back and say we are friends with the forest. I knew that there was some circumstance where she would turn you into a tree. I thought maybe just saying no there would trigger it. Too much. The Quest for Glory series doesn't know the meaning of the phrase too much. Okay. Are you one with the woods? Then you shall aid me, and I shall aid you in your quest. Bring me a seed from the spore-spitting spire at the north, that I may plant it elsewhere in order to preserve these rare and magical and very gross plants. Thus you will become a true friend of the forest. Back to my tree! Alright. So now we know our quest, and we've already discovered that we are not good enough at the magic to actually get it. Time are we looking at? Mid-afternoon still. Ah. It's a ring formed of large and rather unusual looking mushrooms. Grab some. You pick a small handful of mushrooms and carefully put them away in your backpack. Okay, we've got a bunch of mushrooms. The healer will be happy to see that. Alright, let's maybe... Where were the spores at? Were they just straight north? Uh-oh. Goblin training zone. You're in the Goblin Central Combat Training Zone. You wonder where all the goblins are coming from, but don't worry about it. It's just one of those little unsolved mysteries of the universe. So, this area, you can fight goblins. Each time you start fighting again, you face more foes. A goblin steps out of the bush. Has a mean look in his eyes. Okay, cast my zap. Then let's try a little bit of that old face stab. Was a pretty sneaky goblin for a goblin. I really need a combat spell like Flame Dart. I haven't been able to afford it yet, sadly. The bow. Wow, you threw that dead goblin a long way. So good. I like how each fight feels so big and important too. Yeah, the dramatic music, the zoomed in combat. Yeah, everything about it makes it feel momentous. Oh, looking around, you get the feeling that this is not a very friendly place to be. Baba Yaga does not welcome strangers. You have to deal with me before you can enter. Baba Yaga is one tough magic user. If you're so stupid that you want to enter, perhaps we can make a deal. I am that stupid. Baba Yaga is the most powerful ogress around. If you have any brains, you'll stay away from her. You're some hero if you don't even know what an ogre is. Ask about ogresses. Baba Yaga's hut will squat if you say the rhyme. The hut will squat if you say, Hutta Brown, now sit down. Earlier this year, my daughter had a workbook that had a chapter on fairy tales. And there was a whole unit about Baba Yaga, of all things, and even had like the chicken-footed hut and stories about her stealing children and things like, hey, Paul, not back, good to see you. But it was so weird, I almost wondered if the workbook, like one of the authors was a Quest for Glory fan. I know that she's an existing mythological creature, but it all just felt like very much the Quest for Glory version of Baba Yaga. It was a strange experience. All the other skulls have glowing eyes, but me, no. I don't need lovely glowing eyes. Just open and close the gate. That's all I'm good for. What'd you miss? Oh goodness, what did we miss? We did one act of heroism. We've wandered around a lot. We've talked to a lot of people. We had some really gross sounding spore plants that sound like they're making mouth slurps the entire time. A little gem or jewel that glows in the dark. Okay, we have another little side quest here that we'll need to complete. We've had lots of fun, though. It's been an exciting stream so far. Of course, this is a great game. I've been doing lots of voices very poorly. More voices than I usually do, which is a bad sign. That's what I get for watching Adventure Tuesday stream this last night. I felt the need to bring voices to the table, which I should know better than. Okay, let's try this fetch spell again. Should pay Grayson to recount the adventure. That's a good point, Shy Moth Boy. Am I allowed to have a is Grayson paying attention channel reward? Grind time, that's right. And it's hard to grind when you quickly run through all your spell points. Alright, we just stood here for an hour and collected our thoughts. Ooh, high licensing fees. How much did it cost Ben to be able to use your name for his thief in his Quest for Glory playthrough, Grayson? And by the way, if you're just joining us, over at the PS_Garrick channel, you might see PS Garrick there in the chat. That's Ben. He and his friends at Adventure Tuesday are also playing Quest for Glory 1 right now. They played last night. We're doing dueling Quest for Glory 1 runs. They're playing as a thief. I'm playing as a magician whose spells aren't good enough to capture this little spore. Oh man, we're only up to 16. The grind is real. Ben pays you $6K per stream. Hundreds of thousands in gambling debts. That explains so much. Now it all makes sense. Okay. You're too impatient to rest right now. Same. Sunset approaches. Someday, this seed. You're right. Uh-oh. Oh. A little bit of that face stab time, huh? I don't want to brag, but I am wrecking goblins today. 9 silver coins. Cheers themed. Yeah, it's a Cheers themed slot machine. I don't blame you. That'd be hard to resist for anyone. Alright, cast that just for a little practice. And then is it nighttime yet? Sunset approaches. Let's eat a little fruit. We don't need another piece of fruit, they say. I'll be the boss of how much fruit I want to eat. I cast any of my other spells here. Weapons now magically charged. Everything here must be bolted down somehow. It's good just to spend every moment you have practicing grinding your spells if it'll let you. Okay. Still time of day. Let's go over here and discover the location of our trolley friend. Uh-oh. Oh. Speaking of friends, let's do a little bit more face stabbing. Man, you don't want to be a goblin around me. My hero is very good at goblin slaying. A single silver coin. Carefully polish it and place it in your pocket. What a way to make a living. It's like a Flintstones character. It's like, it's a living. Alright. Some hot Flintstones humor. Time of day. Can I sleep at sunset approaches? Can I just go to bed at dusk like a real hero? Let's find out. Sleep all night. Look at his little yawn. Ugh. Sleep comfortably among the fragrant flowers. You awake as the sun begins to rise. Perfect. Keep opening that for a little practice. Okay, we don't need another piece of fruit still. This is proof that the hero is young and doesn't have back problems. No, I would absolutely, like, I just would literally die if I tried to sleep on the ground. That would just be the end of me. One night, that's it. Hey, we found the farmer. Oops. I am Heinrich Pfefferdern. I live in town with my daughter Hildy, who sells produce on the market street. Hilly is a bright little filly. I'm very proud of her. Our stands in the northeast corner of Spielburg. The produce is not the finest this time of year, but we shall not find better than pfeffer and fruit come harvest time. We grow fine fruit in our little orchard and sell it at our stand in town. Yeah, it seems like about 4 messages is the most I can get through with any accent before the accent falls apart. Daddy Tar in the house. Yeah, this guy is... there's some Big Daddy energy coming off of him, no question. I don't think we have to dance around that subject. We all see it. Our stand is in the northeast corner. I guess I already got that. Brigands attacked him too. Strong fighter, and my hooves are deadly. There are too many of them. My right leg was broken. There's no pride for a centaur who can't run. If it had not been for the unlikely intervention of their leader, I'd be dead. The leader came up after the brigands attacked and forced them to stop, ordering them not to hurt people from town. Then, to my amazement, the leader gave me a healing potion and had me carried to the healer's house. It's hard to judge the leader whose face was obscured by a large helm, but there is compassion unlike what one expects from a brigand. The healer lives just east of here. She is very skilled with potions. Alright, I know about the healer. What's up with centaurs? Ancient and proud people. Good to know. Wow. This is the centaur's shovel. Can I have that? Can't do much with that. I would take that centaur shovel so bad. Okay, we have some components that we can give to the healer here. Maybe make a little dough. Oh, what can I do for you this time? In it? Paul, you came a little late, but I busted out a flawless British accent. I'd call it more of a Yorkshire accent because it was really specific for this character. These are very nice. I'll dry them and grind them into a powder. I will. These are very nice. I'll dry them and grind them into a powder. I will. I'm just repeating these things verbatim. Very nice powder. Thank you. I have enough mushrooms. Have you eaten the mushrooms yet? That's something I haven't done. I don't know what happens when you eat the mushrooms. I'm guessing... Oh, you don't need to do that right now. Henry Eggins. We're going to get an Henry here soon, so maybe we'll go see him next. Not a bad idea. Okay, take these flowers, lady. Thank you. I can always use flowers from around this piece in potion making. Here your silvers. Thank you. Flowers. Okay. So I think that's 2 healing potions, 2 empty flasks. Alright, we gave away all of our spell components. We have a little bit of cash going now. Let's see if we can go buy our flame spell. And we'll finally have a nice offensive spell at our disposal. Let's go back to Zara's. Like Ben mentioned last night during his stream, this is a game for the most part I'm pretty good without a walkthrough. I've played so much Quest for Glory 1. So you return to my shop, ask me what you will, but keep it to the point. Alright. Haha, we have flame now. So we have open, we have flame, we have fetch. Sweet. Let's go see Henry the Hermit. Oh, you're playing Quest for Glory 5 right now. I need a walkthrough. Yeah, you know, I have only played the first couple of scenes of Quest for Glory 5, and part of why I wanted to jump on this playthrough, and I think this is true for my my streaming partner, P.S. Garrick, Ben, was that both of us wanted an excuse to play Quest for Glory 5 eventually, so we figured working a character all the way through would be a good excuse to do that. Oh wait, that's not the way to Henry. I never had 5 until I picked it up in like a GOG collection a few years ago. So yeah, I haven't had much of a chance. Isn't it a shame this log doesn't have anything in it? I feel like anytime you're going to have a really tempting log like that in an adventure game, you should have at least like a piece of jewelry or something hidden in it. Metallica, yeah, you went with Steam. I drink some water. It's pretty good if a bit flat. That's the thing with fresh water. It's seldom carbonated. Oh, a rare drop, so you have to check it every time. Yeah, that's even better. Trying to trigger an Easter egg here. I think that going back and forth will do it. Is there no sub in the... It's a good question. That's a King's Quest 2 log for sure. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Man. I don't guess I just stand around to trigger this Easter egg. If I recall, in the EGA version, you just walk in, it's here sometimes. We'll give it a couple more tries and then we'll move on. I really want to see this Easter egg if it does exist. Ben, do you know if the Easter egg is still here in the VGA version? Why would you take out such a good Easter egg? It is there. Okay. And is it a trigger by just entering a random number generator kind of thing? Oh, it references longbow in this one. That's too bad. In the original EGA version, of course, a submarine shows up here as an Easter egg, and it's a plug for Codename Iceman, the greatest game ever made, which I had the chance to stream over at Adventure Tuesday a few months ago, and I'm just now starting to fully recover from. But, you know, since we can't get a sub in the game, feel free to sub to this channel. How's that for a sad pitch? It really does plug Iceman in the EGA version. A submarine periscope just sails up to the shore there. Okay, so here we are. We're eventually going to need some flying water for a spell, and the waterfall water counts as flying water. Then, let's see, I don't quite remember how Henry works here for a magic user. Why wouldn't they still reference Iceman? That's a good question. It hadn't been that long ago, and it's a great game. Did I not cast open? No. The rocks are too slick from the spray of the waterfall for your limited climbing skills. Do I have anything here that would help? Calm? Fetch? Flame dart. Maybe I could set his door on fire. It's just climb time. What's sad is this is one of the easier climbs in the game. Am I developing climbing skill by doing this is the question. No, it's still at 0. Can you build a skill that starts out at 0 in this game? Can't climb the wall when the stat's 0. Trigger. Don't we get trigger from him, though? I don't have detect magic yet. Where do I get detect magic from the meeps? Yeah, I need detect magic to see that there's a hidden... Uh-oh. Oh, just a goblin. No worries. Yeah, so we need to go get the detect magic spell. Another goblin wrecked. Oh, I should use Flame Dart, huh? Forgot that had an offensive spell now. Maybe I'll get another chance soon. Seem to be a lot of goblins around these parts. Some weird pathfinding issues. All right. Where are the meeps? They're somewhere on this side of the map, right? The meep map. Meep map dorp. Hey, Eric. Good to see you. Happy Wednesday to you too, my friend. Hope you're having a good one. Glad you could make it out for Quest for Glory 1. A very good adventure game. Ah, the meeps. They're like Fry Guys. Only, they live underground. You were promised magic. Oh, there's magic. There's so much magic. You wouldn't believe the magic. There's even a magic sticker this time around. So, oh wow, you're playing too, Paul. That's awesome. All right, there seems to be an abundant supply of blue and purple meeps. If only they'd stay still for a moment, you'd be able to count them. The meeps have brightly colored, soft-looking fur. Talk to a meep. Hey, meeps. You hear squeaky muttering from beneath the ground. Seems the meeps are having quite a discussion about you. Hiya, pleased to meet ya. I love the meeps. We are happy meeps, living in our happy holes. Don't worry, be happy. We use rocks for doors. They keep us dry and warm in our holes. We like living tunnels under the ground, you know? Okay. Hey, like fur is good stuff. Keeps us warm. Mine's the best. It's like green, you know? Oh, you want some green fur? I think I have some somewhere. Ugh. Gruesome. Gee, boss, I really don't know much about that. Hey, sorry. I found a scroll lying around the woods one day. You want it? Yours. All right, free scroll. Okay. See you later, meep. Ah, we now know detect magic. That's what we needed. Yo, meep.
I've got biscuits in me pockets.
Thank you, Paul. I wish I had biscuits in my pockets. I am starving. I would do anything for a biscuit right now. I was actually, and this says way too much about me as a person and probably is evidence that I am cutting back on carbs right now, but I was literally looking at photographs of biscuits and gravy earlier today and just think, I may never not laugh at that too, Cerebral Arcade, and just thinking about how much I would enjoy eating biscuits and gravy. Now, biscuits and gravy in your pocket is some pro level stuff. I don't recommend starting out with gravy biscuits in your pockets. That can end poorly. Natalie, you know where I'm coming from. That's good to know. Oh, biscuits and gravy is just, yeah, no, it's heavenly. We have a chain of breakfast restaurants here in West Virginia called Tudor's Biscuit World, and they have the most absolutely wonderful biscuits and gravy I've ever had. Yeah, I wonder if the pathfinding thing is ScumVM too. It is a little bit weird, but yeah, the biscuits and gravy at Tudor's Biscuit World, worth the trip to West Virginia. Not just the beautiful scenery and all the other wonderful things about West Virginia. Come for the biscuits and gravy. This stream is now sponsored by Tudor's Biscuit World. All right. So now we've seen that there is a ladder there. Nice try, Henry the Hermit. Okay. If you don't... Actually, let's just... Yeah, if you don't stand off to the side here, the door swings open and you fall to your death. Please move away from the door. Oh, he's so naked. Oh, hello. Go on in. I'm sorry, I have to do my British accent. I blew it on the Hiller, but he actually canonically drops his H's. And he's so naked. I think that in the EGA version, it's easy to overlook the fact that he's naked, but he definitely looks real naked here. Hello, how are you? Have we met before? I'm Henry. Henry the Hermit, that's me. My father was a hermit, and me mother was a hermit. So I comes by me job rightly. I've got biscuits in me pockets. Don't have too many visitors. Hermits don't, you know, part of job description. I likes to see a new face, though. Good to hear another speaking. Another. Good to hear another speaking. Aside myself. So what can I do for you? Goodness gracious. What am I even doing? It's the hermit's staff. He needs a large staff to help him record his memoirs for posterity. What's left of Henry's dinner? Henry always keeps a good supply of coal on hand. The round chair. A single candle. The hermit has all the amenities, including running water. Oh, I've got to quit doing the voices. I'm Henry. Henry the Eighth I is. My father was an Henry, and my father's was an Henry, and his father was an Henry, and his father was an Henry, and father was an Henry, and his father, everyone was an hermit. I'm Henry the Eighth, I am. I'm an hermit what lives alone, far away from them what talks too much and what's asked too many questions. Hermits are shy, quiet types, what don't say much. My brother Harry hardly say a word in a year. My sister Hortense hasn't spoken since she was 6. I never talks at all. Yes, hermits knows how to keep her mouth shut. That's true, we're living the Henry laugh. It's so sad. Well, it's dark and damp, and the walls roar, so there's not much a moment's quiet. The ceiling drips and walls are slimy, so it's always cold. The well says, it's home. My family lives pretty far apart from each other. We're all hermits, you know. We get on Zoom calls, but it's not the same. This here is what's called the Flying Falls. I've done some flying falls around here myself. That porch gets slippery sometimes. Okay. I know some magic. Erasmus the Wizard taught me some spells. He's what put the spell on me ladder so the brigands don't get up. Then what climbs the rocks gets a door open in their nose. He's my friend, Ian Fenris. Powerful wizard he is. I is so see up north. I don't make it out much, and he's pretty busy, so I don't see him too often. When we do all get together, you can be sure we have fun. He loves to play his games, he do. Erasmus's favorite game is Mage's Maze. I have to be a magic user to play it, though. Erasmus is often... Boy, what am I doing now? What is this accent? I've got to just stop. Fenris is Erasmus's familiar, or is that the other way around? Okay, spells. Spells I knows are pretty simple, but I like them. Can make me ladder show up and me door close, and you can get rid of pests using the trigger spell. Tell me about trigger. It's a spell what sets off other spells. Like when you want to see a ladder, you cast a trigger, and there you have it, large as life. Of course, you got to have a spell on the invisible ladder to make it visible first. but it has its uses. I think I have a scroll with the spell if you be knowing some magic. Give me that scroll. Yes, give it to me. Do you want it? Yes, so badly. He summons it with a trigger. Alright. Scroll vanishes. We now know the trigger spell. Sweet. Nasty sorts that is. Oh no. Save first and then click on his candle. Okay, this is good. It's not polite to steal from your airy little host. You seem to have made the hermit unhappy. Oh, wow. Goodness. The hermit seems to know his trigger spell pretty well. He pulled the trigger on you, not to mention the plug, by teleporting you to the top of the falls without a barrel. Wow. Thank you for redeeming this. That would have been a great QFG 5 reveal if Erasmus was the familiar, but wow. I didn't know that he was that touchy about his candle. Is it everything? I don't have much, but I have, and it isn't for sale. No, he's just very serious about that. All right. Fatality. Erasmus wins. Well, let me cast that again. Oh. Can I trigger some? There we go. All right. I wonder if it's time to go see Erasmus. Do I have all of the spells I need to play Mage's Maze with him? I think I might. And then he'll teach me Dazzle if I can beat him. You have the magic points. Yeah, that's a good question. I probably don't have the magic points to last with him at this stage. I know what we can do. Hey!
Far from the frost-field fares forth this fighter. Hunger has hurled me hither from home. My name it is known in the Northlands as Bragi. Barter with blades clash, or bargain with me. Bragi be I to boast of my boldness, strong as the storm that sends forth the snow.
Dadbot Iceman.
Fiercer in fighting than foes in their fury. Fear now this frost giant fighter and flee. Find me some fruit to mellow my mead horn. Gift I will give of a gem that now glows. Jewel from Jotunheim, flare of the frost flame. Fetch to me fruit that will fill up my fists.
Take a lot of fruit to fill up those fists. This would have been fun to write, wouldn't it? Let's give out fruit.
High post of harvest, the finest of flavor. Apples or oranges, peaches or pears. I just like fruit. Mead is the mother's milk, mighty yet mellow, that brings joy to giants and madness to men. Glow of the frost flame that fills up the night filled, a jewel that is flawless, the finest of gems.
Okay.
Hollow my food house, for my hunt has been hindered by having to hurry here from my home.
Yeah, the writing is just fantastic. I think especially in the first couple of games, Lori, and I think throughout the series, was handling most of the heavy lifting there. As I understand it, Corey brought a lot of the puns and those bits to the table, but Lori was doing a lot of the just, text like this, I suspect. Fill up my fists with fruit. I'm going to say that the next time I'm in Kroger. I'm just going to walk into the produce department and I'm going to say, look at my fists, which are small for a guy my size, admittedly, but just fill them with fruit. Like, I think I can get 20 blueberries in one of my fists, and that's what I would like. Just like a fistful of 20 blueberries I could clutch. All right, we know someone who sells fruit. All right, I think he needs 50, doesn't he? There's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Sweet. Oh, she's co-written a novelization based on this. Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know they were streaming either. I'll have to check that out. All right. Let's go do another hero move. We're going to do a heroic. We're going to do a heroism. Uh-oh, hostile intent. Oh no! Am I prepared for this? I don't know if I am. Oh no, I'm out of spell points. This could be bad. I haven't fought a Saurus yet. Whew. What a waste, no treasure. All right. I can't wait until the next game when we meet Roger the Saurus. A joke that I very much enjoy. Okay. Want some apples? Want some apples? Of course you do.
Fruit you have found to fill my food stores. Thus filled the bargain, my gem you have bought. Bragi is bartered and all has been answered. The meat it may mellow, and now I head home. I just wanted to get drunk enough to walk home.
Yeah, Roger the Saurus is a wonderful joke. It just pays off. Hey, we did a heroism. Wizzo with another big move. Somebody slap that heroism sticker. We're doing hero moves left and right. Yeah, there's glory all over the place. We did a big old glory right in the face of this stupid town. Time are we looking at? It's been a momentous day. It's only midday on day 3. All right. Hey, we're back here. How are we doing on... Oh, this sound effect, though. Can I rest for 10 minutes? No, I can't rest for any minutes. No amount of minutes, the game says. Let's see if we can fetch yet. Nope. It is really difficult to grind some of these skills. I may do a little bit of this off stream and see if by the next time we play, my magic skills are a little better. It is a very upsetting noise. It should not be here. It's not made for headphones, certainly. A very upsetting headphone noise. Okay, the hero's gearing up. He's readying his spell. Any second now. Blew it. All that prep, nothing. Don't have enough magic points. Can I rest yet? Too impatient to rest now. What time of day is it? Still midday. What's a good way to waste time at this point in the game? Oh, there we go. That's a good question. I wonder if what all you can use it to pick up. Yeah, I don't want to kill him. Feels wrong. Oh, I ran away again from a... Oh, okay, here we go. Let's... Do I have enough to cast Calm? Nope. Do I have enough to cast... Flame Dart? Almost certainly not. Alright, let's just cast... I'm going to hit you with my dagger. There we go. Alright, let's see. Can you search somebody? We'll never know because we don't have enough magic points to cast it. Okay, 5 silver coins. Well worth it. So much face stabbing. I like to think face stabbing is my character's real strength as an adventurer. For someone who ostensibly should be doing a whole lot of magic, I seem to mostly just stab people in the face. But look at how great my stabbing stats are getting. I'm at a full 16 weapon use. I am sitting on some decent magic. That's going up nicely. Stabbing in faces is a good life skill. You're absolutely right, Kira. I agree. Okay, what time of day is it? Still midday. Goodness gracious. Let's maybe head toward Erasmus's place. Mid-afternoon. Perfect time to go visit someone. A brigand, you say? I will save that. We haven't fought a brigand yet. We haven't had a chance to kill a regular human. So this will be our first experience with definite murder, although I would say the goblins are humanoid enough for it to count as murder. I don't think we want to get too much into those sorts of questions, though. You're gonna be just standing there, like, here we go. Come get me. Okay. Uh-oh, he hit me. This could be bad. I may not have what it takes to fight a brigand. Oh no, I definitely may not. Get stabbed, get stabbed. Uh-oh. Oh, that was a little too much for you. Collapse from exhaustion and die. He didn't kill us. We just fought him too hard. Pick up a few small rocks. I like that it looked for a moment there like maybe I was going to make a snowball. Oh wow. Okay. I'm over attacking, aren't I? Yeah, this is definitely am. Oh no! Run away! Hey, here we are. This is exactly where I wanted to be. Stab him in the neck. A sign appears. It reads, "Willkommen off Zauberberg." Another sign appears. It reads, "Trespassers will be towed." Wordplay. All right. Go up this long path. Perhaps it's a tower of power. What a great, big, beautiful sky. This place is mountains above anything else in Spielburg. You're so exhausted that everything you do hurts. Better get some rest. Yeah, I don't have mana potions yet. I'm going to need to pick some of those up. You feel as though you just scaled the Matterhorn in full armor. What a climb! You can see all of Spielberg Valley from here. After you finally catch your breath, you see that you have reached the rather eccentric-looking house that you saw from below. There's an ugly gargoyle above the entrance. They use ugly a lot in this game. Ugly is a favorite word of the Coles. Yeah, I kind of missed that Erasmus lives in a regular purple house, too. What is your name? Wizzo. I am King Graham Cracker. I'm so confused. Gunga Din. I am Oz the Great and Powerful. Or Terrible. I'm obviously Wizzo. What is your quest? I want glory. I want to be a wizard. I want to be rich and handsome. I want to boldly go where no one was wanting before. I want to be a pirate. Ah, Monkey Island. What is the meaning of life, the universe, and everything? 42, obviously. Yeah, Graham Cracker's pretty great. So you put some deep thought into the question. I don't think I've ever seen this one. That's great. Life is but a dream. The wizard will see you now. Oh, sorry, Eric. I didn't get in there quickly enough. Go directly to the tower. Do not dally. This room is full of odds, ends, and stuff. The wizard must be a real character. Your eyes are drawn to the eyes of the figure in the portrait. His intense stare is unnerving. This will not be someone to trifle with, for he looks subtle and quick to anger. Erasmus likes to keep his suits well ironed. Ooh. A casket with a stick shift? Peacock doesn't respond. Maybe its ears are too stuffed to hear. Poor stuffed Peacock seems bedraggled, worn, and overused. This is very Dr. Brain, right? The famous Duncan Dragon. You haven't seen one of these in years. Like you slammed the dunker. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Hey, there's Fenris. That'll learn you. So for touching stuff, we get teleported back down. Great. There's a strange figure on the bookshelf. It looks like an overgrown rat wearing a wizard's hat. You get no response. It was a moderately large and fearful dragon at one time. Small sitting room. All right, let's head up. We're going to say hello to Erasmus, and then I think I'm going to call it quits for the night. It's getting a little late here, and I don't want to power through this game too quickly, although we're making some good progress. Come in, sit down.
Fenris, our guest has arrived.
Cheese, please. Cheese, please is so good, right?
Ah, since you are a practitioner of the magical arts, you might be interested in a little game I have. Do you know the spell open? Do you know the spell fetch? Great, now can you cast flame dart? Ah, good, good. Now you have to know the spell trigger. I don't suppose you know that spell, do you? Wonderful. Then you can play a game of Mage's Maze with me. You do want to play, don't you?
Let's try one round. I know I have no magic points right now. Can this, this won't like lock me, will it?
I'll teach you the dazzle spell if you win.
Whoa. That's trippy in the EG, or the VGA version. Oh, wait. Got it. Easy. Go, go, go! I don't have enough to cast anything. Of course. We knew this was going to be an issue. Too much for you? Guess you should work on your magic. Maybe next time you'll be more of a challenge.
I do so enjoy playing the Mage's Maze.
Yeah, the Mage's Maze is lots of fun. But I clearly am not ready for it yet. But for now, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night.
Do you know the difference between a wounded Triceratops and a magic user casting the fly spell?
No.
One's a raging Saurus and the other's a soaring Magus.
I figured one was a dying lizard and the other was a flying wizard.
Sorry, Fenris, but he who tells the jokes gets to make up the punchlines.
Alright. That's not how Erasmus sounds at all, is it? But thank you guys so much for watching along. This was super fun. I will, of course, be continuing on with this next week. We'll play a little bit more, see how close we can get Wizzo to the big finale. But for now, be sure to follow PS Garrick, PS_Garrick. He's there in chat. That's Ben on Tuesday nights. He's also playing Quest for Glory 1 VGA right now. This is part of our dueling Quest for Glory 1 runs, so we both want to be heroes at the same time. So follow him, watch along on Tuesday night. I'll be back Wednesday with this again. You can also join our Discord. The link is below the chat. Hope to see some of y'all there. But for the meantime, yeah, we're going to find out who gets the most glory, and who gets the most glory fastest and most gloriously, and we'll know by the end of this. But yeah, thank you so much for watching along. This has been a real pleasure to play such a fun game. Have a great evening, everyone. Thank you for the support. Thanks for the cheers, the bits, the subs, everything. It's been a great one. So have a good evening, and I will see you again soon.